Hey everyone, welcome to the Build Your English podcast, helping you speak with confidence when it matters. I'm Olivia.
And I'm Mark. Today we're talking about something you don't hear enough in English learning: how to speak like a leader, even if your English isn't perfect.
Okay, confession. I used to have good English and bad presence at the same time. Like technically correct, emotionally invisible.
That's painful, but accurate. It's like wearing a nice suit and whispering the whole meeting.
Exactly. I'd show up on Zoom, camera on, lighting decent, coffee in hand, and the moment I spoke, my voice would do that thing where it apologizes for existing.
The sorry to be here voice.
Yes, and the worst part is you don't realize you're doing it. You think you're being polite, you think you're being humble, but what you're actually doing is shrinking your message before it even lands.
This is where I'm going to be blunt. Most people don't need more grammar. They need more presence. And presence is not a personality trait. It's a set of choices.
You always say choices like we're in a courtroom.
Because we are. You're on trial every time you open your mouth in a meeting. Not in a dramatic way. In a, do I trust you with this project way?
I can hear someone listening right now going, okay, but I'm not trying to be CEO. I just want to sound normal.
And that's fine. Speak like a leader doesn't mean sound arrogant. It means you sound clear, steady, and worth listening to. That's it.
So let's make this real. Here's what happened to me. I was in a meeting with a client. Smart people, fast pace, lots of opinions. And I had a genuinely good point, like it would save time and money.
Dangerous. You were about to be useful.
I know, right? And I start with, sorry, just a quick thing. I'm not sure, but maybe we could. And I swear I watched my idea die in real time. Not because it was wrong, because I delivered it like a fragile egg.
That's the tragedy. You can have a strong idea and a weak entrance, and people don't separate them. They just feel, this person isn't confident.
And it's not fair, but it's real. So after that meeting, I replayed it in my head like a bad movie scene. I'm brushing my teeth thinking, why did I say sorry? Why did I say maybe? Why did I say I'm not sure?
Because you were trying to be safe.
Yes, and also because English can make you feel like you're driving in rain at night. Even if you've been driving for years, you're like, I can do this, but I'm holding the steering wheel with both hands and my shoulders are up here. You know?
I know. And this is where I bring in our first little phrase we're going to keep coming back to. Posture is punctuation.
There it is.
Posture is punctuation. The way you sit, the way you breathe, the pause before you speak, that's the comma, the period, the exclamation point. If your body looks uncertain, your words sound uncertain.
And this isn't about looking like a superhero. It's just not folding into yourself like a laptop you're trying to close.
Exactly. So basically, if people want to speak like a leader, the first thing to fix is not the sentence, it's the delivery, it's the entry.
Let's do a quick example. Imagine you're in a meeting and you want to share an idea. Version 1. Sorry, just a quick thing. Maybe we could try a different approach? That sounds like you're leaving an exit door open.
And version 2, I have a suggestion. We can try a different approach. Same message, different energy.
The difference is almost physical. Version 1 is like knocking on a door with one finger and then running away.
Version 2 is like walking in and placing the idea on the table. You're not forcing anyone, you're just not hiding it.
Here's what shocked me. I thought leadership was fancy words, like you needed some special vocabulary, some magical corporate phrases.
No. Leadership language is simple. It's clean. It's often boring, actually.
That hurts, but yes. It's boring in a confident way. like a well-built bridge. Nobody writes poems about it, but everyone is happy it doesn't collapse.
Exactly. And this leads to the second thing we're going to repeat today: energy before grammar.
Energy before grammar.
If your energy is steady, people will forgive small grammar issues. If your energy is shaky, perfect grammar won't save you.
That is painfully true. Because I've met people with accents, with mistakes, with mixed tenses, everything, and they still sound powerful because their energy is calm and direct.
They don't apologize for the message. They don't act like they're asking for permission to speak.
Okay, but let's be practical. Because someone listening might be thinking, cool, calm energy, love that. How do I get it?
You start with 3 moves. Simple, not easy, but simple.
You and your moves. Go.
Move 1, claim the floor. That means you enter with a sentence that doesn't wobble. Something like, here's what I think, or my recommendation is this, or let's do it this way.
And you say it like you mean it, not like you're reading subtitles.
Right. Move 2, slow down 10%. Not 50, 10. People speed up when they're nervous. Speed sounds like you're trying to escape.
Oh my God, yes. I used to talk like I had a timer above my head. Like if I didn't finish the sentence, someone would cut my internet.
Exactly. And move 3, remove apology padding.
Apology padding is such a perfect phrase.
It's the, sorry, just, maybe, I'm not sure, this might be dumb, all that. Sometimes sorry is necessary, but most of the time, it's just fear in a polite outfit.
Wait, this is gonna sound weird, but I started hearing my own sorry, like a sound effect. Like in a video game when your character is low on health, every sorry was like beep, beep, beep.
That's not weird. That's awareness. And awareness is the beginning of control.
So let's act it out. I'll do the old Olivia. You do the new Mark version. Okay. Old me. Sorry, I just wanted to add something quickly. I'm not sure if this makes sense, but maybe we could delay the launch.
New version. I want to flag something. We should consider delaying the launch. Then you explain why.
And when you explain why, you don't spiral.
You give one reason, one example, one consequence. That's leadership. Clear structure.
That's actually my favorite thing about confident speaking. Your ideas have shape. They don't come out like a bag of groceries falling down the stairs.
That's a strong image. But yes, if I had to say it in one sentence, leaders don't talk more, they talk clearer.
Leaders don't talk more, they talk clearer. And that's our third recurring line today. Clarity is kindness.
Clarity is kindness.
Because you can be direct without being rude, and you can be polite without being vague. The goal is people leave the conversation knowing what you mean.
Exactly. Now, I want to hit something that messes people up in English. Softening language. People think softening is always polite, but sometimes it makes you sound uncertain.
Like when you say, we could maybe potentially consider.
That sentence has so many pillows, it can't stand up.
It's a sentence in pajamas.
And look, sometimes you do want to soften. Sometimes you're negotiating, you're being diplomatic. But soften with intention, not with fear.
So what does intentional softening sound like?
It sounds like, I recommend X. If there's a concern about timing, we can adjust Y. That's confident first, flexible second.
I love that structure. It's like anchor, then options. Not options, then apology, then maybe an anchor, then panic.
Exactly. And now I want to talk about the moment everyone hates. Interruptions.
Oh, the interruption. The little, sorry to jump in, and then they take your whole life.
That moment is where a lot of people lose leadership energy. They get interrupted and they disappear. They go quiet. And then later they're like, I should have said something.
Or they try to fight back with speed, and then their English gets messy, and then they feel embarrassed, and then they go quiet anyway.
Right. So here's the calm leader move. You don't need a battle. You need a reset. You say, let me finish this point. Or, 1 second, this is important. Or, I'll land this and then I'm done.
I'll land this is such a nice phrase. It feels controlled.
It is controlled because posture is punctuation. You pause, you hold eye contact, and you take your space back without drama.
And you don't say it like you're asking permission. That's the difference. Can I tell a tiny story?
Go.
I was once in a meeting with someone who had very strong main character energy, great confidence, questionable listening skills.
Everyone's met that person.
He interrupted me 3 times, and by the 3rd time, I felt my throat close up, like my body was like, we are not safe here. And then I saw a colleague, quiet guy, not flashy, do something so simple. He said, hold on, I want to hear Olivia's full thought. And the whole room shifted.
That's leadership too, creating space.
Yes, and it made me realize leadership isn't only how you speak, it's what you allow in the room. It's protecting the quality of the conversation.
And that connects to clarity is kindness. You're being kind to the group by keeping the discussion clean.
This is where the emotional insight comes in. A lot of us learned English by being corrected, so our brain associates speaking with, I might be wrong.
Exactly. And leadership energy requires a different internal message. Even if I'm wrong, I'm allowed to speak.
Even if I'm wrong, I'm allowed to speak. That's huge.
Because you can revise, you can update, you can say, let me clarify. Leaders do that all the time. They don't treat one sentence like a tattoo.
I love that. A sentence is not a tattoo. It's a sticky note. You can move it.
Yes. Now, let's talk about something people do when they're nervous. They over-explain.
Oh no.
They start strong, sometimes, and then they flood the room with details because they're trying to prove they belong.
That's me when I'm anxious. I start giving a TED talk no one asked for.
Exactly. And leadership language is the opposite. It's point, reason, next step. You can always add details if someone asks.
So basically, you're saying, don't dump your brain on the table. Place one thought at a time.
Exactly. And this is where energy before grammar saves you again. If you're calm, you can choose fewer words. If you're anxious, you reach for more words and it gets messy.
Can we do a little brain versus reality moment? Not like a formal segment, just,
Go.
brain. If I don't add 12 details, they'll think I'm not smart. Reality. If you add 12 details, they'll stop listening. That's it.
That's it. And leaders respect attention. Attention is expensive. Don't waste it.
Okay, let's shift to something more social. Because leadership isn't only meetings, it's also how you show up in small moments. Like when someone asks, what do you do? Or what are you working on?
That's a big one. People answer that question like they're reading their LinkedIn bio out loud.
Or they answer like they're apologizing again. Oh, I'm kinda working on a thing.
Exactly. And I'll give you a clean leader answer. I'm leading X. We're focused on Y. The goal is Z. Simple.
That structure makes you sound like you have direction, even if you're still figuring things out.
And you can be human inside it. You can add, it's challenging but exciting. That's real.
This is important. Confident doesn't mean emotionless. Confident can be warm. Confident can be funny. Confident can be humble without being small.
Yes, humble is not the same as hesitant.
Wow. Humble is not hesitant. That's going on a sticky note.
Good. Now, let's handle a hard scenario. You don't know the answer.
The nightmare.
People think leaders always know. They don't. Leaders handle not knowing cleanly. They say, I don't have that information yet, or let me confirm and I'll get back to you, or here's what I know so far.
And the key is, you don't decorate it with panic. You don't say, oh my God, sorry, I should know this. I'm so stupid.
Exactly. That's apology padding again, and it kills trust because people start managing your feelings instead of focusing on the work.
Clarity is kindness, also to yourself. You give yourself permission to be incomplete without collapsing.
Exactly. If I had to say it in one sentence, leadership is calm under imperfect conditions.
Calm under imperfect conditions. That's the reality of adult life, honestly.
It is, and English is an imperfect condition for a lot of people. That's fine. You can still be calm.
Let me share one of the most embarrassing things I used to do. I used to start sentences and then restart them. Like, so what I think is, what I mean is, like, basically, and then I'd lose everyone.
That's common. And the fix is not more speed. It's a pause. Leaders, pause.
Pauses used to scare me because I thought pausing meant I forgot the word.
Pausing can mean you're choosing the best word. That's what it signals. Posture is punctuation again. A pause with steady posture looks intentional.
That's such a good point. A pause with shaky posture looks like error. A pause with steady posture looks like authority.
Exactly. Same silence, different meaning.
Okay, we've talked about meetings, interruptions, not knowing, and over-explaining. Let's land the big mindset shift, because this is what changed it for me.
Go.
I stopped trying to sound like a native speaker, and I started trying to sound like myself, but clear. That made everything easier.
That's the whole game. People chase native. They should chase clear.
And the funny thing is, when you chase clear, you often end up sounding more natural anyway, because you're not performing.
Right, you're communicating.
And also, you stop collecting random fancy words like they're Pokemon.
I choose synergize.
Stop. I've said synergy in a sentence before, and I deserve consequences.
Everyone's done it once. But here's the rule. If you wouldn't say it in your own language in a normal conversation, don't say it in English just to sound smart.
Clarity is kindness. Also, clarity is credibility.
Exactly. Now, I want to bring back our 3 lines one more time, but in a real way. Because if you remember nothing else, remember these.
Okay,
Posture is punctuation. Energy before grammar. Clarity is kindness.
and if we translate that into real life, it's like sit up a little, breathe, slow down, start strong, and don't hide your point behind sorry.
Exactly. And one more thing. Leadership is also how you end.
Oh, yes. Endings.
People end ideas with uncertainty. They say, I don't know, maybe. What do you think? That can be fine. But if you have a recommendation, end with a next step. If we agree, I'll draft a plan. Or, next step is, I'll send a summary.
That makes you sound reliable, like you're already moving.
Exactly. Leaders move.
Okay, last quick picture. Imagine your message is a package. Old version. You hand it to someone and say, sorry, this is weird. You don't have to open it. It's probably nothing. New version. You place it on the table and say, "This is for you. Open it when you're ready." Same package, different respect.
That's a great image. And that's the emotional part of this. You respect your own message.
Because if you don't respect it, other people won't either.
Exactly.
All right, quick final checkpoint before we go. If I had to say it in one sentence, you don't need perfect English to sound like a leader. You need calm, clear delivery.
And so basically, leadership is not about sounding big, it's about sounding steady.
That's it for today. Thanks for listening to the Build Your English podcast, helping you speak with confidence when it matters.
Next time, we'll keep going with confidence, but in a different direction. How to tell a story that actually lands, not just a list of events.
And if you catch yourself saying sorry before every idea this week, don't panic. Just notice it. Then try the new entrance once. Small change, big result.
Posture is punctuation.
Energy before grammar.
Clarity is kindness.
See you next episode.